Hello, everyone. Eric Osadolo, welcome. Anujo, welcome. Josephine Onabo, welcome. Bosse Fayajola, nice to see you. Bidemi, welcome. Shinwe, welcome. Rochelle White, Elizabeth Ali, Fola Shade Kikelomo, Olayemi Success, Daniel Atsenga, Gregory Wealth, Wealthy, Ufuoma, Matthias, Mufelola, Chinwe, Kennedy Festus. Today is going to be a day. I want to warn you why you are coming on already, especially the ladies. I don't know what you want to do today. I think maybe you want to go and call your friends and invite your relatives and every woman that you know out there. And every man needs to know this information that is going to come out today. So I don't even know how to stress this strong enough. That you need to go get your friends. You need to go get somebody. You need to make sure that someone you care for, someone you love is here to listen to this. Especially if they are ladies or women, and if they are men who want to be good husbands or who want to be caring husbands in the future. So, especially if you have a father, a husband, you want to get him to come to listen to this. A husband, maybe a son, maybe a father or a brother, someone that you really think you want to be a good example in this world that we are living in. You want to call them. Okay. So as you are coming in, please go ahead and share the link. Go ahead and share the link with as many people as possible and as fast as possible. That will really help us to start on time so that I could give you maximum, as much information as possible. Look who is back. Purity Life is back. That's Pastor Sufficient. Nkiri Ojibadu is here. Funmi Jaboda is here. Cordelia Eme is here. Ngoya Sharis. Adeola Disu. Taiwo Abo Abba, Clement, Jake Oke, Lola Shonke, Emily Edoku, Benny Gift, Ngoya Sharis. You like my outfits, huh? Thank you. Obi Ojibadu is here. Esther Kuganja, Fola Shade Kikelomo is here. Well, yeah, I would like us to, go and share the link and also to write something, write some remarks. Let somebody know that they are in for a treat today. Let someone know that they are in for a treat today, that this is a dinner that is prepared for them, that they are not ready to miss out on. Tell them that the table is ready, the dinner table is set. And the invitations are going out. The invitations are going out. The dinner table is set. Let them not be left out. Let them not be left out. Let them not be left out. We're here to have all of you back. And this week, it's just one message, just two messages left. This one and that of tomorrow, right? For the men. I'm sure some men are happy and some men are excited already that, oh, hooray! That is going to finish for men. Instruction for men is coming to an end. Why from Monday, we'll be speaking to the ladies. We'll be speaking to the ladies from Monday. So it will be the ladies' time from Monday. But for now, yeah, let's go ahead and get our friends to come and join us. Go share the link. Go invite everyone you could invite. And today's topic is going to be wow. It's going to be eye-opener. It's going to be an eye-opener to a lot of people. This topic is going to be an eye-opener to a lot of people. An eye-opener. It's going to be an eye-opener. That one is for sure. It's going to be an eye-opener. Well, I think we should start. If anybody wants to come and join us, they will join us. Okay, here we are. Father, I pray that you bless this message. I pray that you bless this word. I pray that you will speak to your people. You will cause everyone to hear your voice. And you will cause your grace to see this word through. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay. The topic for today's message is a somewhat pedant, a somewhat curious, interesting, unique, original, unusual title, and I'm sure you have seen it. The title is Why All Brides? Have you ever seen a bride before? Why all brides dressed like a princess? While all brides dressed like a princess. Anybody ever attended any wedding before? Have you ever attended any wedding? Huh? It's a question. Maybe someone has attended any wedding before. Have you ever attended any wedding before? Have you? Is it true? What did you see there? What did you notice there? What happened? How did the bride look? If you have ever attended a wedding before, did you see any common feature? It doesn't matter where you are attending the wedding. Either the wedding is in America, or in Asia, or in Africa, or in Australia. It doesn't matter where the wedding you attended is, or it doesn't matter where the wedding is taking place. Even if the wedding is taking place in the Arab countries, even if the wedding is taking place in Saudi Arabia, that is like a totally religious society, that is, a society that is that doesn't want people to be too flashy and all that, that wants all the women to cover themselves, even if the wedding is taking place in Saudi Arabia. What are the one common feature that you see in every bride, in every nation? The common characteristic and the common feature you will see in every bride, in every nation, is that they dress well. And they don't just dress well, let me tell you that one. They don't just dress well. They dress beautifully. But the thing about brides is not just that they are beautiful on their wedding day, but one common feature about all brides in all nations is that all these women dress like a princess. They have a touch of royalty in them. Every bride you meet in every nation, it doesn't matter either they wear white garments or they don't wear white garments. It doesn't matter what kind of garment they wear. It doesn't matter what kind of dress they wear. One common thing is that they all dress like princess. Now, the question therefore is, okay, I see they are congratulating someone, Josephine on her wedding anniversary. Well, it's a good time to have wedding anniversary this week. This week is a good time for wedding anniversary. And this topic is a good gift for wedding anniversary. So, congratulations to all of you. Now, let me tell you something. Ooh, Ngoya Shari says, I love weddings. Ooh, wow. Okay. If you love weddings, maybe you need to start a business for the brides. Maybe you need to put something together maybe you need to begin to have a business for that is connected to wedding and brides and things like that. So now we have come to the conclusion that every wedding has a common feature. Every wedding has something in common. And what is it that every wedding has in common? The way the bride dresses. And I said, they don't just dress beautifully, they don't just look exceptional on their wedding day, they look like royalty. They look royal. But more importantly than that, every bride, it doesn't matter either it's in African culture or they are from Asian culture, European culture, American cultures, Latin American culture. Every woman on their wedding day wants to look like a princess. So that is why the topic of today is why all brides dress like a princess. I want to tell you that today. Why all brides dress like a princess? Why? Men, I want the men to know this. I want the men to know this. Women might know this intuitively, but they might just know it on their subconscious level. They might not be able to explain it, but every one of them, your daughter wants to be like a princess. Your wife wants to be like a princess. Your mother wants to be like a princess. Your girlfriend wants to be like a princess. Every woman, especially on their wedding day, they want to be like a princess. They want to be dressed like a princess. They want to be treated like a princess. So why? The topic now is why all brides dress like a princess? Why all brides dress like a princess? Why? Let me show you something before we continue. Before I give you answer to that question, I did my own work. Can I pada editing avem apa mo using that shit. Should be like it. Smart this is Can you see that? Can you see that? Are they beautiful? Do they look nice? Who are these? Who are these? And what do they have in common? Who are these people and what do they all have in common? Who are these people and what do they all have in common, my friends? Who are they and what do they all have in common? Yeah, these are all brides. And what they have in common is they are all princesses. They are all princesses. They all dressed like a princess. They are all dressed like a princess. They all beautiful, gorgeous, royal, dressed like a princess. They are all dressed like a princess. They are all dressed like a princess. You see? Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Why do all brides dress like a princess? Why do all brides dress like a princess? Why is this? What is this? Where is this coming from? Why is that important to them? Why do all brides Dress like a princess. We are into a ride today, my dear friends. We are into a ride today. We are into a ride today. We are in for a ride today. We are in for a ride. We are in for a ride. We are in for a ride today. Why do all brides dress like a princess? Huh? Do you like what you saw? Did you like what you saw? Was it impressive? Were you blessed by it? I hope you are. I hope you are. I hope you are blessed by them, by what you saw. Well, let me tell you something about that. Let me try to answer that question. So you men that are there, you need to be extra careful and extra attentive right now. Every one of you need to be extra attentive right now. This is so important. So, why is it that every woman dreams of being treated like a princess, especially during our wedding day? Why is it that every woman wants to dress like a princess and look like a princess for marriage? Why is it that is only connected to marriage? Why are they not dressing like this when they give birth to children? Why are they not dressing like this when they go to school? Why are they not dressing like this to work? Why are they not dressing Why are they not dressing like this when they are going to give birth in the hospital? Why are they not dressing like this to the burial ground when they are going to bury their father or mother? Why is it that it is only connected to marriage? Okay, you guys, you need to find it. You must know the answer to this. And the answer will set you free. The answer to this question will set you free. So why all brides dress like a princess? The reason why all brides dress like a princess is because that is the deepest heart desire of any girl. Every girl has it inside of her to be treated like a princess. Every girl has it inside of her to be treated like a princess. It is every girl's dream, every girl's desire, and every girl's aspiration that there will be one man that will come across her life, that will come across her and make her look special and treat her not like an ordinary girl, and treat her not like an ordinary person, not just like a regular Joe or regular John, but every woman is hoping and looking forward for a man that will discover that princess that is hidden in her. There is a princess hidden in every woman. And the reason why that is connected to marriage is because the person who discovers in her a princess becomes a husband. The person who is able to pay so much attention to her, to notice her so deeply, and to tell her that she deserves to be treated like a princess, that is the person a girl naturally wants to commit her life to. And it's not about the story. This is not about the story. This is not about the stories of Prince Charming and the knight and all that. This is more than that. I'm talking about the building, the inbuilt, the construction of the woman, the making of the woman, the packaging of the woman. Every woman is packaged to be a princess. Every woman is packaged like this. Every woman is having the princess hidden in her. Not just but unfortunately we think that she only wants to be treated like a princess on her wedding day. Unfortunately we think that this is just a tradition. No, this is not about tradition. This is stronger than tradition. Unfortunately, even the women sometimes think that the princess treatment, a princess treatment is only for the wedding day. And many people only expect it for the wedding day. And many people think that it is only a ceremony, or it is only, no, because it's a big day, it's a ceremony or something like that. No, this is not about ceremony really. The real thing behind, the real reason behind that, princess attitude and princess treatment is that it's a message for the husband. It's a message for the future husband that, you see, we are handing over this lady to you as a princess today. So shall you henceforth treat her. So shall you treat her forever henceforth. You see the way we have handed her over to you, beautiful, gorgeous, royal, charming, stunning, soft, tender. That is the way you must keep her. That is the way you must always treat her. That is the way you must always relate to her. That is the way you must always make her feel. Always make her feel she's unique. Always make her feel she's on top of the earth or of the world. Always make her feel, honored, protected. Always make her feel like a princess. Always make her feel like a princess. So the fact that women dress on their wedding day like a princess is a message. It's a coded message. And the code is to the marriage institution. And the code is saying that, Shinwe is saying, wow, I call it parental packaging. No, it's not parental packaging at all. This is heavenly packaging. It is God that has packed every girl, every woman like that. God has set up every woman to look like that. So it is not about their parents. This is not something that their parents have done for them. This is not something that parents put in the girls. This is not about parents at all. That desire to be a princess is in every girl, even before she becomes a bride. That desire to be, why do you dress your children the way you dress them? It's not because you are the one who want to dress them like that. You are simply bringing out something that is already in them out. You are simply, pulling out a deeply, buried, future characteristic, nature that is in a woman. Every woman is a princess inside, and that's why every time that a little girl becomes aware of herself, she is behaving differently. She is looking for something that will that will identify her as a beauty, or something that is beautiful, something that is nice. Let me show you another set of photographs. Okay, these are children dressed like brides already. What is this telling us? Even children have it in them. Even children have it in them to be treated like princesses. Even we parents, we can see it. We can We can catch it. We can feel it. Every woman, even little girls, they have it in them that they are princesses. They are not brides, they are children, but every girl is a bride. Is a princess. Every girl can feel it. Every girl wants to feel. You see, even children. Every girl wants to be like a princess because it is in them already. It is in them already. All of them have it in them. All the girls have it in them. So they don't need to necessarily become a bride. They don't necessarily need to become a bride like they are going to marry somebody. Even if a girl never marries, even if a girl never has had a boyfriend or a husband, she still is a princess. She still deserves deserves to be treated as a princess because of that, because that is who she is inside, because that is what God has packaged her to be. So a girl is a princess inside. And today I am going to tell you how she should be treated as a princess. Because what happens during marriage is that she's not just dressed like that. She's not just dressed like that in the physical. She's not just packaged like that in the physical. The physical is a manifestation of what is already inside. The physical packaging, the physical dressing is just a communication or a physical manifestation of what the true nature of us is. So the true nature of the girl, the true nature of the woman is to be treated like a princess. The true nature of a woman is that of a princess. Every girl, every woman wants to be treated uniquely, not just in what she wears and everything. Being a princess or being treated like a princess is much more important than the wears. The wears only express the beauty inside. The dresses only express the nature that is inside. The dress only express, outwardly, only communicates, the uniqueness that is with her. So actually, as a matter of fact, a woman only marries the man that helps her to feel like a princess, just for you to know. Let me tell you what. If you are a single woman right here that is out there on this program, you will agree with me if I say this. I can give you the reason why you are not yet married. I can give every woman the reason why she's not yet married. You know why every girl is not yet married? I mean, any single girl that is there right now is not yet married. The only reason why a girl will refuse to marry or why she has not agreed to marry is because she has not met that single person, that particular man, that unique man that will make her to feel like she's unique, like she's, that will make her to see her uniqueness. Women only marry the men that identifies their uniqueness, that is able to underline their uniqueness, and the man that is able to magnify their uniqueness. If there is, as a man, you must see something unique, something extraordinary, something special in that girl. And when you are able to convince her, because it is not enough for you to see something special. It is not enough for you to see and notice a uniqueness. But you must be able to convince, you must be able to see that uniqueness. You must be able to believe in that uniqueness yourself. Then take that information, take that uniqueness that you have seen and noticed in that girl. You must be able to take that uniqueness, take that royalty, that uniqueness that you see, that difference that you see in her, take it and come back to her with it. You must be able to approach that girl again and come to her, telling her about how unique she is. So a girl only agrees to marry a man that convinces her, that makes her to be sure, to know, to be convinced of her own uniqueness. Because even though the girl is unique, but she might be too modest to acknowledge it. She might be too afraid, thinking it's a pride to parade it. She might have been taught that she has to be modest. She must have been taught to kill and suppress her uniqueness, or she must have been deceived by what she's seeing all around her. She must have been deceived by people around her that, she shouldn't be different from all other people. She shouldn't be different, or she shouldn't be unique. Everybody is the same. And so she's trying to be the same like every other person because of the society. But the truth is, every girl is unique. Every girl is royal. Every girl is a princess. And every single girl must be convinced and must be assured and reassured of her uniqueness. First of all, by her father or by the father figure in her life. Her uniqueness must be brought out by her father or by her brother or by her uncle or by her pastor, or anybody that is a father figure in her life must bring out that uniqueness, must bring out that difference, that spectacular, difference in her, must convince her that she's different, she's unique, she's beautiful, she's exceptional. So, but a husband is different, or a husband is different, a boyfriend is different. A husband is somebody. Okay, let me say it like this: a woman will agree to marry a man and follow him and call him a husband only after a woman will actually fall in love and agree to give her life to a man that is only succeeded in making her see her uniqueness. He must convince her. He must show her uniqueness. That is why people say women fall in love by what they hear. Have you ever heard that statement before? Have you ever heard that? That women love by what they hear. They fall in love through their ears, and men fall in love through their eyes. Just like men like what they see, and they fall in love and they follow a woman by what they see. But the woman needs to hear. And why is it that we say a woman falls in love by what she hears? Sometimes we just say that as a statement. Sometimes we just use that as general phrase that it is true. But almost nobody knows why it is true. Why is it that women fall in love through their ears? Why is it that they like to hear, and it's what they hear that determines their response? Why? Well, it is because of what I'm telling you now. Because through what she's hearing, she wants to hear something. She wants to hear what you are saying about her. She wants to hear about her uniqueness. So only when she hears that you are convinced her and you are bringing out her uniqueness, only when you convince her, only when you prove to her she's special, only when you are able to tell her and convince her deep. She's not just hearing in their ear the information. She has to be convinced deep inside her. You've got to speak enough words. You've got to speak enough convictions. You've got to speak enough depth in her to go so deep into her until she wants to scream, until she wants to shout, until she wants to jump on your neck, until she wants to, just follow you to the end of the earth. And that is because you bring her her uniqueness. You make her feel special. You make her feel as the only person in the world. You bring our uniqueness out, and that is making her to feel like a princess. So now, that kind of attitude is what makes a girl to say, I am ready to marry now. I am ready to follow this person to the end of the earth. But if you don't give her that kind of conviction and assurance, if you don't bring out that uniqueness in her, then she's not ready to follow you. She's not ready to, that's why every single lady that you are seeing right now, she is single because she has not met such a man. She is only single because either she has not met such a man, or such a man that she has met is either married or is too engaged or something. But most cases, a woman that is single is only single because no man has come around to convince her about her uniqueness. That is on one hand. Now, she willingly agrees to marry, and she goes into the marriage thinking that that man that has been able to so skillfully convince her about her uniqueness is aware about her uniqueness. She's thinking that man that is able to so masterfully convince her and bring her out her uniqueness, that it means he knows her heart desires. He knows what she needs. She is believing that but if she doesn't know, how is it that he was able to convince me of it? If he doesn't know, but he told me about it. So she's remembering all the talks and all the convictions he gave to her and all the assurance he gave to her. So now, because of all those information she got from him, she is now having the right to expect that that is the way to be forever. And that, because she hopes and believes that is the way it will be forever, that this man will always point out a uniqueness, because this man will always underline being special, and that this man will always make her to feel unique, different, and like a princess. So she agrees to follow him to the end of the earth. She agrees to follow him and marry him and to live with him every day of her life, because she is looking forward to him to be giving her that same assurance on a daily basis. She is looking forward that he is going to make her feel like that every day. She is looking forward to to the time that she will be with him forever, and make her to always feel like that special. That is why when you begin to argue with her and you begin to surprise her and you begin to break her, it's like the biggest betrayal in a woman's life. And that's why women respond to betrayal so strongly. And either it's physical betrayal or even emotional betrayal. Sometimes emotional betrayal could be more deadly than physical betrayal, because she wants to maintain that position of uniqueness. She wants to maintain that position of being the only one to you, like that. So this. But, like I said, it's not just a husband that should treat a woman like that. Every man in your life, not like a husband, but the father, your brother, your uncle, needs to make you feel like that. A man that you could trust needs to make if you are a man here, you need to make your daughter feel like that. If you make your daughter feel like that, she will not just fall to any man, because she knows what it means to be loved. If you make your sisters feel like that, she will not just fall into any hand, because she will know how a man is supposed to behave. And make your mother feel like that as well. Make every woman in your life that is really dear to you, that is really special to you, feel like that. And she will be protected. And she will always walk on top of the earth like a princess in the real sense. So now, let's go back to my topic. Why do they all dress like a princess on their wedding day? Why do all brides always wear dress like a princess? What? And it's not because of Cinderella, and it's not because of the fairy tale. The reason why women dress like that is not, many of us, we mistakenly think that women dress like that. The women want to look like a bride because of the story of Cinderella. Even me, I was thinking like that. Or because of the story of the Prince Charming, or stories of the knights and all that. But really, it is not because of the story. The stories were only created to confirm the truth of the nature of the woman. Before the stories were written, before the films were filmed, and before the books were written, the nature of the woman was already written in her. The woman already had this nature. These things were already dwelling in every woman. So it is only what writers observed in women, it is only what they noticed that they brought out. So they did not create those personalities. They did not create those things in women. Women had them already. So don't say that, your wife is only dressing like that because she wants to look like a story figure, or like some fairy tale or something. No. She is looking up to a life of fairy tale with you. So what wedding does, either it's white wedding or traditional wedding, it doesn't matter what wedding, we will see that a woman is dressed like a princess. And the reason is because, and this is what every man must be told, and this is what every man must know, that she is dressed like a princess today so that you will make her feel like that princess forever. She is dressed like a princess today because you have spoken to her. She had listened to you, and you have made her to be convinced that she is worthy to be treated like a princess. She is dressed like a princess today because you have convinced her that she deserves to be like a princess. She is dressed like a princess today because you have told her that she's a princess. That she's unique, because you have brought out a uniqueness. And because you have brought out your uniqueness, we are giving her out to you in marriage today, because we are hoping and believing that you will not change that attitude, that you will retain that attitude to her, that you will keep on treating her like a princess for the rest of her life. We are giving out to you in marriage today that you will keep on playing that role that the father used to play, or that the father would have played. Or we are looking forward to you that you've not told her lies, that the things that you've told her, they are true, and they're not just true, that you will keep it that way. Every day of her life, you remind her she's a princess. Every day of her life, you will remind her she's a princess. Every day of her life, you will treat her like a princess. Every day of her life, you will do something to her to remind her of her uniqueness. Every day of her life, you will tell her something to remind her of her uniqueness, to make her feel that unique, that she will never fade in your eyes. She will never run out of compliment with you and all that. That is why every woman dresses like bride on their wedding day. That is why every woman dresses like a bride. So why all brides dress like a princess? Why all brides dress like a princess? Because that is their destiny. And it is not just because they are called women. No, it is more because of the things I told you already. Because of the way women were created, and because of the way they were packaged. Women are packaged in such a way that they need to be treated like a princess. And being treated like a princess is not a matter of choice to the woman. Being treated like a princess is a matter of necessity for the woman. It is a necessity. It is a need. She needs to be treated like that. She must be treated like that. It is it is not just a heart desire. It is, just a minute. I want to show you what I showed you yesterday. She needs to be treated like that because that is what our nature demands for. And nature demands to be treated with honor, with respect, and with dignity like that. She needs to be treated like royalty. Senine retreat. Senine. So she needs to be treated like a royalty because that is her nature. First of all, what does it mean to be treated like a princess? Let me explain that to you, what it means to be treated like a princess. To be treated like a princess, okay. To be treated like a princess means several things, and I'm going to try to give you some of those words. So if you are listening to me today, I want you to write down a few words. We probably need to take a quick slide, Miss Montreal. Okay. I want you to write down a few words. I want you to write down words like fondness. Fondness. F-O-N-D. F-O-N-D. N-E-S-S. Fondness. F-O-N-D. Next word I want you to write down. Write down the word tenderness. Tenderness. T-E-N-D-E-R-N-E-S-S. No, not fond. Princess, you didn't write it right. Not F-O-U-N-D. Is F-O-N-D. F-O-N-D. Fondness. F-O-N-D. The ness. Fondness. Tenderness. The next word I want you to write is care. So 3 words. Then I'll give you 2 more words. The word fondness, tenderness, care. Then 2 more words. The word caress. Caress. The word caress. And caress is spelled like C-A-R-E-S-S. Caress. And then the next word I want to give you is the word fondling. Fondling. It's a little bit different from the word fondness, but it's the word fondling. F-O-N-D, F-O-N-D, L-I-N-G. Now, I want somebody to write all those words together. I want you to write all those words together. Fondness, tenderness, care, caress, and fondling. You should take amnesia. What do those words tell you? What do those words tell you? Or what should those words tell you? Well, I know what those words should tell you. Those words are supposed to tell you about a woman. About a woman. Those words are the very top desires. And they've not just desires, they are the very top needs in the life of every woman. These words occupy a central need, an essential need in the life of a woman. Every woman needs to know what these things mean. And the only way for them to know what these things mean is through the help of when they are small, it comes through the help of their mother, father. But when they are adults, when they are grown-ups, it should come from their father and from their lovers, husbands, partners. Now, somebody said, this is just love. Well, this is more than just love. This is just intimacy. No. Now, ladies, don't use that word intimacy. And don't use that word affection. And don't use that word love. T.Y. said, these things I've just said, fondness, tenderness, careness, fondling, she had interpreted it to be that means intimacy, love, and affection. That is a mistake. And Elizabeth also is saying, all road leads to affection. Now, that is all about affection. That is exactly why men don't know what we're talking about. Because you have generalized it. When you say affection, for you ladies, you might know what you mean, but you will never be able to communicate it to the man what that means. If you just say it is love or it is affection, you killed it. Because the man doesn't know. Let me tell you, whenever you talk about love to a man is not thinking about tenderness. Whenever you talk to a man about love, a man is not thinking about fondling. A man is not thinking about fondness, sorry. A man is not thinking about care when you talk to a man about love. When you talk to a man about love, I'm sorry for this, but don't be offended, ladies. A man is only thinking about sex. So if you are saying, oh, I need love to him, he is thinking that you are telling him, come and sleep with me. He doesn't know. That is why a lot of men don't do, what do you call it? Prelude. That is why a lot of men don't get involved in preludes. They don't get in love in preparation before sex because they don't even know it is necessary. They don't even know how important fondling and prelude is important, or caressing and foreplay. Yeah, that's prelude I call foreplay. They don't even know why foreplay is important. That is why a lot of men don't even get engaged in foreplay. They don't get engaged in foreplay because they don't even know that it's a nature and the demand of the woman. They don't even know that the woman needs foreplay before she could do sex. That is why a man, we just want to go and do sex because that's what he's thinking about. So if you are saying that you need love to the to the man, he will just come and he's just, men are very focused. Men are very, he just focused and he's just going for sex. But it is not sex that you need. Because when a woman is talking about love, if the woman is thinking about, tenderness. The woman is thinking about care. The woman is thinking about fondness. The woman is thinking about, caressing, fondling, and just being nice to her. But when you go and say that to the man, he is not going to give you those things. He's going to give you what he understands love to mean. So when you are talking about, all about love or about affection, well, when you talk about affection to the man, he wants to hug you, he wants to embrace you, touch your breast and all that. That's what he knows to be affection. And it's not because man is bad. It's not because man is bad. It's because that is their nature. They are totally different from you. And it is not, and men also are thinking a lot of times, do you know why men rape their wives? Do you know that there are cases when men actually rape their wives? The reason is because of lack of understanding. Men don't understand the nature of the woman, and men does not understand that a woman cannot open up for sex until she is being given love. For a woman, love is not synonymous to sex. But for a man, love is only about sex. But so when you agree to a sex with a man, he is not thinking that, when you agree to love a man, or when you accept a love move from a man, he is not thinking that it's not sex you are thinking about. He is naively thinking that you are like him. You are thinking about sex as well. So we need to let the men understand that women's understanding of sex is totally different. Of love is not sex. You see, even me, I'm confusing love for sex and sex for love, in my words. But love is not sex to the man, to the woman. To the woman, love is, first of all, special attention. Love is, to the woman, first of all, noticing and magnification of her uniqueness. Love means, if you say intimacy, you see, Fumi is also making the mistake again. You are using the word intimacy. If you use the word intimacy and intimate for a man, he is only thinking about sex. So the word love, sex, affection, intimacy, for the woman, for the man is only one thing. It's not programmed in the mind of the man. The only thing that is programmed in the mind of the man is sex. So if you are talking about intimacy, affection, I need your intimacy. Oh, he will go my life very fast. He will undress very fast. And you are saying, oh, I need your affection. Oh, you mean it? Okay, let's go to the bedroom. If you say, oh, I want you to love on me. You want me to make, okay, it means you want me to make love to you, and that means to sleep. Now, let me tell you something. I think everybody that is here now is matured, right? We're all grown-ups. I'm trying to tell you that don't blame the men. And some women say men are just crude, they are just dogs, they are just animals, and they don't know anything, they are just they're thinking about sex, and they are just bad, this is the only thing in their head. Well, maybe it's the only thing in their head, but they are not to blame for it. They are not to blame for it. It might be the only thing in their head because that is how God made them. Now, let me give you some very meaningful, I think, explanation that will help us to get this. But don't think bad about me by using this example, okay? Don't condemn me, don't stone me. I just want to use an example that will help you to get it, okay? If you notice, just for you to know the nature of men and women are different. If you notice the way the sexual organ of the man and the sexual organ of the woman are created, the way they look, have you noticed that there is a difference between the sexual organ of the man and the sexual organ of the woman? It's a total difference. So what is the difference? What would you say is the difference between the sexual organ of the man and the sexual organ of the woman? Well, let me tell you what. The difference is in how they are made to function. The difference is in their nature. The sexual organ of the man is always protruding, is always coming out, it's out, visible. And the reason why that is because a man is only expressed, a man's only expression of love is aggression. A man's only expression of love is looking. A man's only expression of love is adventure. A man's only expression of love is to give, look for. But for the woman, she is hidden. Her sexual organ is hidden, conceived. You can see it almost. Everything is just flat. For men, sometimes it's a shock. Why is their own sexual organ hidden? Or we can't see anything there. Everything is gone. Nothing. It's because a woman must be undressed, or what do you say? A woman must be unraveled. Yeah. Okay, see this? This is one. This is for the men. He's going out, he's looking everywhere. That's why men are looking for women all the time, because that's their nature. That is, they are the giver. They are the adventurer. They are the hunter. Something is pulling them. Something wants to come out of them all the time. But for the woman, it's the opposite. For the woman, nothing is protruding. For the woman, it's all hidden. It's all hidden. Everything is hidden. Everything is hidden. And why is it hidden? It's because that's why I was telling you guys the other day that women are not promiscuous by nature. Even though they do prostitution, even though they can commit fornication or adultery, even though women could sleep around, but it's not their nature. Every woman that is doing prostitution is suffering. Every woman that is doing prostitution is killing herself. Every woman that is doing prostitution is going against the tide. She is suffering. She is killing herself. That is why there is no prostitute in the world that does not, first of all, numb herself before she could do it. There is no prostitute in the world that does not use some kind of chemicals or some kind of system to numb herself before she could get engaged in that. It is against their nature. Women are created for tenderness. Women are created for love. Women are created for fondness. Women are created for care. Women are created for caressing, fondling, not for use, not for abuse, not for prostitution. And it is wrong for us to think that women are promiscuous. They are hidden. They are totally hidden. You see it here? They are totally hidden. It's an evil world that we live in that makes the woman to become like that. It is the evil, wicked world that pushes women. And instead of us to even go and rescue them and help them and understand them and love for them and give them real love, we condemn them. We call them names. We call them prostitutes. We call them all kinds of names. We call them ashewo. We call them this. We just humiliate them. We make things worse for them. And that is why a lot of those women are now doing it out of protest. That is why a lot of those women are now doing it, just out of defiance. They just want to defy the old people, the old system, everybody around them. Because they have already been rejected anyway, and they're already feeling themselves so outcast, so much outcast and rejected. But the sexual organ of the woman is hidden. And that is why when, what's his name? Trump, when Donald Trump said that, grabbing the pussy of the woman, I never even heard that before in my life. And he said that is what every man does, and that is what every man talks about in the locker room, that is locker room talk, to be grabbing the vagina on the private part of the woman. I never heard of that in my whole life. I mean, I'm 50 years old. I even never heard that is possible. It's not a locker room. I'm a man. I never heard it. And I even heard some pastors, some ministers who are coming out in America to defend him. And to defend him and say that, this is all what men do. All men do this. All men grab people's vagina. I mean, okay, I've heard before that men grab people's women's backside. I've heard that before. I've seen pictures of that. But even that is condemned by any man. Even ordinary boys or men condemn that. Who will do that? Even if schoolboys do that in high school, they are beaten for that. I mean, you're supposed to be punished for that. But for a grown-up man to be saying that, grabbing the private part of the woman is normal, that women do that, how could you even get there? It's supposed to be hidden. How can you grab it? I mean, that is supposed to be condemned. That is supposed to be condemned. It's not true. It's not right. And especially to do it, to grab it without consent, without her even knowing, without her agreeing to it. I don't know any man that does that. And I know a lot of men, believe me. And I've never heard any man talk like that. So to be saying it's it's not a joke. Somebody is saying that was a bad joke. It's not a joke. That's what it does. That is what he said. That is what he does. And you know, I don't know who is going to become American president, but that thing he did is wrong, and it shouldn't. You know, that is it's another level of perversion. I mean, all men are perverse, but to be even thinking of doing that, it means the perversion level has gone so deep that that he could do that even without their permission. That is unbelievable. Anyway, well, you know, but thank God I heard that he's repented now, that he's a Christian now. All of us are sinners and we have been forgiven. But still, it must be condemned. That is not right. But so, what am I trying to say? What am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is this: that the reason why men see love only as sex is because of the way they are made, because of the way they are formed by God, because of the way they are. God made them like that. Their sexual organ is protruding, is adventurous, is hunting, and that is why men must be men. Somebody asked me that question yesterday. Is it true that men by nature are polygamous? Oh yeah. That is their nature. You cannot just doubt it. And that's why God allowed for polygamous in the Old Testament. But in the New Testament, it's a sin. So a man must, even though he has that nature, he still has to discipline himself. But he cannot discipline, no man can discipline himself by himself. So a man has to depend on God's grace to help him to be faithful to one woman and to show that aggression, that sexual aggression, and that's hunting instinct, sexual hunting instinct to just one woman. And that is where Christianity comes in. And that is where faithfulness comes in. It's not because men are not being tempted. It's not because men don't have the nature, but men have the nature, but that is their exam to be able to show faithfulness. And that is why women must value their men, and that is why women must respect their men and thank them for being faithful, especially the Christian men, because the Christian men I'm sorry. I'm going to stop and respond to Ekun Sami Thompson here. No, Thompson. Listen, Thompson. I'm so disappointed by what you are writing. I am so disappointed by what you are writing. I am so disappointed by what you are writing. I know you are a decent man, and you know you've been proving yourself to be a good Christian man here on this platform so far. But to be telling me that locker room talk is just an expression, so that is the expression he should use for what he did. What Trump was describing could not be described as locker room talk, even if it's an expression. Don't put things under the carpet. Don't justify people. You as a Christian must encourage people to repent. You as a Christian must call things the way they are. It's a sin. It's a sinful act. It's a wrong thing to do. And you shouldn't put it under the carpet of, and make it soft. It's a tender look expression. That is number one. You first of all wrote that, Ekun, and I didn't comment. I wanted to let that go. But I see another thing you are writing. You have become a victim of American media, and you have become a victim of American Christian population or American media, the conservative influence. You have come under their influence, and you have become under their deception, and they are deceived, and they are bringing that deception into your life. Because see the next thing Ekun Sami is writing now. He's saying, I wonder which is worse, bribing FBI or grabbing a woman's private part. Why should you even say that? I know that people say that in the media. Why should you, as a Christian gentleman, now put that woman whose vagina they are grabbing, let that be your daughter? It's like saying you are saying there is no difference between, what FBI bribing and raping a woman. Do you have a daughter? Can you just imagine that somebody out in the street will come and be grabbing a vagina? Or your wife Anybody can just go and grab your vagina and you say there's no difference. You just trivialize that. There are some things that must not be trivialized. And by me reading this on this platform, I must address it. Because you are insulting every woman here. You are insulting every woman here. You are insulting every man here. You are insulting even the human dignity here. It's a slap in the face to every human that is thinking, that has sense, to understand how horrible that expression is. To say, oh, well, we don't even know which one is different, which one is different, which one is worse. Don't even talk like that. Don't trivialize an act of aggression towards a woman. Don't ever create that impression to any woman that it doesn't matter. Please, don't ever treat any woman like that. Don't ever. And that is what I've been trying to do all this week. All this week, I've been trying to teach you men to know the nature of women and to know how much they are different and to learn to honor them and treat them specially. This is what I've been trying to do all week. How could you be listening to me and still trivialize an act of offense? I'm ashamed of that. And I'm going to remove that statement. I'm going to remove that statement you wrote, Konsame. And I think, I don't get you wrong. I don't want to get you wrong. I got what you wrote. I want you to apologize. It's not about me getting you wrong. You see what he's writing? He's saying, Pastor, he's going to the defensive mood. He's going into defensive mood. He's saying, Pastor, that's not what I was saying. You got me wrong. He's going to defensive mood. He's going to defensive mood. Anyway, I think I will just stop on that. I'm sorry. I have to continue this message tomorrow. I have to continue this message tomorrow. I think I will just stop on that one. Okay, let's go back to our topic, and I want to know what you people are thinking about this topic in the first place. All right, let's forget about it. I heard that he has apologized. I heard that he has apologized, and let me see his apology. What did he write? How did he apologize? Because someone can write anything and not really apologize, and just, it's all about, see what a God has written here. And Ngoya Shari says, Pastor, you understood everything very well, And we too, we women, we too understood everything very well. It is not a matter of you misunderstood or you misinterpreted him as he is trying to make it be. It is a matter of humility. You are so smart, Charis. You are so smart, Charis. It is a matter of humility. It is not a matter of misunderstanding. It is a matter of, this is a girl writing here, a young girl, 25 years old girl, writing that it's not a matter of respect. I mean, it's not a matter of misunderstanding. It's a matter of humility, and it's a matter of respect. So, but let me see his apology. Okay, he's saying, I'm sorry for getting women offended. Okay, well, let's hope that he has apologized and he has repented. He said he's sorry for getting women offended. Okay. Let's just go on. Let's just move on. Let's forget about that and let's talk about what you people. Let's talk about what you people think about this teaching in general. I want to hear. Let's move on. I want us to talk about something else. So please tell me, what is your own lesson or your own? What do you think about this teaching today? What did you take from this teaching? What did this teaching give you today? What have you learned? Has it been helpful? I'm sorry I couldn't conclude it, and I will not conclude it anymore. I've already said that. It has to be tomorrow or something. Tonight we are going to have testimony, so it has to be tomorrow morning. But what do you people think about this? What do you people think about this topic and this message? Please let me hear you. Let me hear you. What do you think about this topic? What are your conclusions? And do you take anything? By the way, if you have not yet shared the link, let's go ahead and share the link first. Let's go ahead and share the link. Let's go ahead and share the link. Okay, let's go ahead and share the link and write some comments. Write some comments and some remarks as you share the link. Let's write some comments. Let's go and share. I think this word needs to go around. The topic is why do all brides dress like a princess? Why do all brides dress like a princess? So I want to hear your comments. I want to hear your comments. Oluwafumilayo Dina says, I have 2 daughters, biological and many spiritual daughters. I will make sure they listen to this series on marriage. Thank you. But next week, I'm going to be talking about women, what they need to know about men. All right. So this week, I spoke to men about what they need to know about women. But next week, I will be talking about what the women now. I'll be talking to the women about men. Talking to the women about men. Okay. Actually, it's not really about men. I think I'll be talking to them about themselves more. And about men, of course. Princess says, you have made the week for us all with your knowledge and wisdom concerning this topic. Okay, you made our week, okay? Not just that day I made our week. Shegun says, Pastor, you are always so deep in thoughts, so detailed in thoughts. I have never seen so much intelligence. Bless you, Pastor. Bless you too. Thank you. Shashal Ubuntu say, please, Pastor, continue. No, we'll continue tomorrow about it. Josephine says, I have come to know more about myself and will be more patient with my husband. Ooh, hooray! Hooray! I will teach you more about men next week. Oluwafumilaya said, I have been greatly blessed and enlightened. Elizabeth says, Pastor, I do not accept that apology. No, let's leave that. Let's leave that alone. We have moved on. Comfy, it has been very, very helpful. God bless you, Pastor Sunday. Love you. Thank you. TY says, this series have been so life-giving and affirming for me as a woman. It has opened my eyes and heart to God's heart for you and how much we are valued. Thank you so much, Dr. Adelaja. Ogene Taga says, okay, no, I'm not going to address that topic anymore. Funmi say, you have blessed us so much this week. This was meant for the men, but you have helped a lot of us to understand a lot about us women and what we really need to look for and deserve. God bless you so much, sir. Ngoya Sharis, I have to say that we all have been affected by the media and secular world one way or the other. It is a shame that people like you are so rare in this world, Pastor. We women have been silenced and have accepted it because no one has been able to finally put the words into perspective. You know us as women even better than we know ourselves. Our deepest desire is to be treated like Cinderella every day, and never took the time to think about that desire of, I never took the time to think about that desire of mine to be permanently desired for my everyday life. Thank you for looking into our hearts and for calling out what is inside there. God bless you. Shinwe said, yeah, I'm looking forward to Women Talk. Ojo Pelumi said, from this teaching, I got to know, 1, how a woman should be seen, 2, how a woman should be treated, 3, the act of discipline that should be included on my part, inculcated on my part. Josephine, I can't wait for next week because I think I'm almost the perfect wife. Tongue in cheek. Boniface Hart say, your teachings are making me a better man. Thank God. Elizabeth Alice, I can't wait for Women's Week because I want to learn how to treat myself and even every man out there the way God sees them. Oluwafumilayo, please, sir, we need to learn for the sake of our brothers, sons, uncles, husbands. Yep. Jolomi says, though I did not watch from the beginning, but from the little I got, I have concluded that indeed, men are from Mars and women are from Venice. Akonsami says, when pastor is talking about men, women should be listening and vice versa, right? Marianne says, now as women, we can live on earth like human beings. That is strong. That is strong. Now as women, we can live on the earth as human beings, not feel like animals. That is so strong. So it means that what you are saying is that this world is actually a men's world. It means that this world is a men's world. It means then you people are not so comfortable here, right? It's the men's world. Oh my, unbelievable. Obina said, thank you, sir. I will hear the good side of women now. Mofelola said, this message is a deliverance and healing. Balm to many families across the world. Sandra says, thank you so much, Pastor. Many marriages will have been helped or survived the crisis if they have been taught all this. That's why everyone needs to listen to your teaching, sir. You are the best, and I'm proud to have known you, sir. God bless you. Thank you. Asenga Daniel, this should serve as a point of correction to all of us. It will be better if we can concentrate on pastor's talk and make only meaningful comments instead of creating debates and unnecessary bashing of one another. That shows we are not applying his teachings, but rather creating divisions and enmity between us on his very own platform. Thanks, Pastor. As always, I have been informed. Oluwafumilayo, sir, you brought the reality of the nature of women home. Thank God for your life. Laraba Hannah, Pastor, can I download your messages? Sometimes I can't go online and would really like to listen to them over and over. Oh yeah, you should. You must download them. And if you don't know how to download them, look for Shioma. Shioma is a Nigerian living in Lagos who has downloaded everything, and she downloads everything. Look for her telephone. Shioma is in Lagos, and sometimes she will write her telephone here, and you can get all the downloaded messages from her as well. Christina Lampe, you unveiled the truth about a woman and a man. Now that we know more about ourselves, we will be more cautious and have no reasons for mistakes. Jolobi White, that's a man. A man is writing, and he says, I am waiting impatiently for next week. I can't wait for men are looking for the revenge. They are waiting impatiently for next week. Oh. Wow. Another man I think is here, Ogenetaga Adegbeji, or maybe she's a woman. I think she's a woman. I can't wait for next week too. I want to be the good wife. Okay, she's a lady. Oh, Wale Banjoko. Wow, that's my brother there. Informative and on point as usual. Akunsami says, the woman's message is for me. Yeah, you're able to laugh at yourself. Elizabeth said, yes, it's indeed been a men's world, but we are taking our place back. Olufumulayo Dina said, I'm going to share this message as many times as possible. John Lucky says, thank you, Pastor. Many churches are not teaching or giving us what we are getting here in this platform. Nkiru says, I'm a woman, but I really learn a lot here. Thank you, sir. Apostle Tim says, good morning, Dr. Adelaja. Thank you for all you have been teaching us about our partners. Just sneak out from an official engagement. Ooh, wow. Ufoma says, thank you, Pastor. Cannot wait for next week, but worried that some are still struggling with all you have been teaching this week. May God help us give half understanding. Mofelola said, thank you, sir. To be sincere, you are a genius. Oh, okay. Thank you. Fola Shade said, you rock, Pastor Adelaja. Esther says, Esther Kuganja, thank you, Pastor. These teachings have brought much more value to womanhood. The glow is getting brighter. I understand myself better. Wow, good. Gift Amos said, respect to every woman that is under firing squad. With this message, you shall laugh again. Thank you, Dr. Sunday. Okay. T.Y., you have torn down the iron gates of wrong traditions and chains were broken. Love you, sir. Thank you so much. It was nice to be with you. I'm going to be back tonight again for the evening session at 7 p.m. British time, 7 p.m. Nigerian time, and 2 p.m. American time. But before then, 1 hour before then, I'll be having my Ask Pastor Sunday session, which is going to be 1 hour before then. That's 6 p.m. British time, 6 p.m. Nigerian time, and 1 p.m. American time. Princess Juliet say, thank you very much for this wonderful message. God bless you. So, John Locke says, Pastor, please, what is the way out for those men who have gotten it wrong? Yeah, I think I'm going to continue teaching on men-woman relationship to the end of the year. And so, yeah, and I'm going to address all that. Elizabeth is saying, hats off for Dr. Adelaja. Shinwe, Pastor, I'm grieved for halting this message, but I understand. It is such an interesting topic that would have shaped sexual marriage relationship, which have led to broken homes. Yep. Falasha, they say you nailed it. Unbelievable information. Ekunsami is saying, sorry once again, Pastor, I didn't mean to offend women. Okay. Princess says, Pastor, I pray that God will use you as a point of contact to other pastors out there. I hope so. Ekunsami is also saying, I'm truly sorry I interrupted the session. The Apostle Tim said, the best way you can be an adorable man, at least by the teaching we've been receiving, is to understand the makeup and anatomy of the woman. Okay, Yomi Jegede said the clock goes back tonight. Okay, the clock goes back 1 hour, but we are still going to be doing the same time. It's still going to be 9 o'clock Ukraine time, 9:30 in the morning and 9 in the evening. You know, just for the people who time goes back, but we still remain the same time. And our time also goes back. So for people in Nigeria, so for people in Nigeria, it's going to be 6 p.m. now. It's 6:30 p.m. 6:30 a.m. From tomorrow, it's going to be 6:30 a.m. in Nigeria and 6 p.m. 6:30 a.m. and 6 p.m. in Nigeria from now on. Yeah, so for Nigerians, it will be 6:30 from tomorrow morning. From tomorrow morning, it will be 6:30 a.m., 6:30 Nigerian time, a.m., and 6 p.m. Nigerian time. And in America, it's going to be, if they don't change the time, it's going to be 1:30 a.m. American time and 1 p.m. now. I think that's the way it will be. Ngoya Sharis, yes, thank you for teaching this until the end of the year. My calendar will stay blocked for all these special hours, the best of the day. Christina says, I will share this teaching with the other part of the world. Thank you, Pastor. Thank you. They said Nigerian time remains the same. Okay. Yeah, but, well, Obi says, everyone, please join us tomorrow as we join. Yeah, by the way, tomorrow evening, it will be Pastor Obi Ojibadu and Pastor Nkiru Ojibadu that will be with me for the testimony time in the evening tomorrow. So go and invite everybody. All right, guys. God bless you. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.